And we have with us this half Kimberly Nelson from Philanthropy. Welcome.
Thanks. It is so great to be here,
We're
Susan.
always happy to have your enthusiastic face here.
Thank you. And I see we must have coordinated our outfits today.
It's the purple people half of the show.
Shades of purple and
yes.
so on. It's great. Well, I'm really excited to be here today. I can't believe it is already May.
It
has flown by.
Yes.
And as we think of May, we of course think of graduation. And that's what I wanted to sort of talk about for just a few minutes today, is our scholarship program and our ceremony.
How are we doing this year?
So, well, first, the ceremony is coming up on Wednesday, May 17th, as you can see on your screen, at 7:30 in the conference center. Now, we have 57 scholars this year.
That's the most ever, isn't it?
It is the most ever, and it is a blessing and a curse, as they say, because we're really excited for the 57 who have really studied hard, worked hard, sort of got all their I's dotted and T's crossed to be eligible for the scholarship. But it does make a little more work on the fundraising side to raise enough money to fund the scholarships. So I have had a lot of residents sort of ask me and say, so where are we and how are we doing? And so I wanted to sort of give what I call a little scholarship State of the Union.
Okay, how are we doing?
Okay, so we are just over $200,000 in cash right now.
And how much do we need?
Well, obviously with 57 students, we need $570,000.
That doesn't sound very encouraging.
Well, here's where there's a little bit of encouragement.
Okay.
So last year at this time, we were at about $220,000.
Okay.
So we're a little off pace from last year. And last year we ended up at over $480,000 by the end of the year. And so you may be thinking, wow, you went from 220 last year at this time to just over 480. How in the world did that happen? And so I wanted to talk about that too, because I think sometimes residents get so busy in the spring with taxes and spring cleaning and just end of the year things from the holidays and just getting resettled that sometimes residents just forget. And it isn't until the ceremony that they remember, and suddenly in June we sort of get a donation from residents who it just got busy, it just wasn't the right time. And so I want to remind residents that of course you can give to the scholars any time of the year, and it is always appreciated and it is always tax deductible.
Well, I think this is a good time for us all to be reminded of what these students give up in their high school years, that they have worked here for 1,000 hours.
Yes.
And they have given up a lot of potential high school activities in order to work here and earn this scholarship. So I think it's a good reminder as we think back to our high school years and what we did. We didn't have such an opportunity to reach out and thank them. If we had been going to a restaurant to eat these meals, we certainly would have given a tip. And have we given the equivalent of that kind of a tip here to these students who are here with us every night? And maybe go back and review that in our minds, and maybe can we reach out and help a little more? Maybe we've forgotten, or maybe we can help in a little additional way.
That is true. And there are additional ways where residents maybe have not thought about giving. And so traditionally you think, I have to write a check, and it's sort of what I call the cash here and now. But another option is you can put it on your monthly bill for sometime in the future, or you could spread it out all year round. So you could say, when you see this program today, you can say, oh, I totally forgot. Let me go down to Philanthropy and give, X amount of dollars for the next 6 months and spread it out so that I don't have to write a check, and it will show up on my monthly bill, and it again is still tax deductible.
And that way you won't have to be reminded to do it, and it will come out and it will go.
Right. And so some residents really appreciate that.
Kind of like an automatic savings account.
Yes.
Yeah, good idea.
And you don't feel like the pinch is the same because you can break it into smaller numbers.
Good idea.
And the other thing that some residents have chosen to do is to leave something through their estate planning. And so it could be that someone says, I really love the scholars, but I'm really sort of watching my nickels and dimes and pennies right now because I'm just not sure how things are going to turn out, or different medical expenses and that kind of thing. But I want the students to know that I care. And so you could make an appointment and we could talk about, maybe you want to leave 1% of your entrance deposit, or 10%, or whatever percentage you would like. And have that be a legacy gift that we will get in the future that will last for many years and help future generations. And so again, it's just a nice way to acknowledge that. And you would still get your yellow ribbon, you know, whether you do the gift through a cash, what I call cash gift, or a pledge through your monthly billing, or even through a legacy gift. We will still get you the yellow ribbon that are on some of the name tags, there we go, sorry, that say I support the scholars, so that the students will also know that you're really supporting what they do. Lots of possibilities, lots of opportunities. There are, and so I just encourage residents, if it's sort of been an oversight, to reconsider. That is what happened last year and how we were able to sort of basically double our numbers by the end of the year, which was really very exciting and very rewarding for the students to know. And when we all think back to our college years, and I don't know about you, but for me, getting through college was difficult, and I didn't have much money at all to get by, that every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. I remember I was a resident advisor through most of college to help with those little expenses, but every little bit does make a difference. So I hope everyone will come to the Scholars Ceremony if they can. I know the Green Spring Players are also performing that night. So if you miss it at the scholarship ceremony, it will be taped. Because there's a lot happening at Green Spring. So we will tape it and re-show it. So you'll be able to do the players and the scholarship, however it works for you. We won't miss it. Exactly. Great. And then do we have time for just a few other updates? We do. We have a little more time. Okay, great. So I wanted to remind folks that we have an art show coming up the end of May. Wonderful. So Community Resources is putting that together with, of course, all of our talented residents and artists. It's May 25th and 26th in the Conference Center. So it is sort of 2 days this year that are the exact same time, 11 to 3, so that if you can't get there Thursday, maybe you can go Friday, or if Friday's not good, you can go Thursday. Because it is a lot to set up all this beautiful art in a very safe manner. So the date again is Thursday, May 25th, and Friday, May 26th. May 25th and May 26th from 11 to 3. Excellent. Yeah, and I know even Treasure Chest has some what I would say higher caliber art that has been donated, and they will have even art for sale. Good. At still a modest price, but maybe not quite as modest as it normally is. As the normal Treasure Chest price. As the normal but still modest for the art. So keep that in mind. And then after the art show, the following week, we have the blood drive on May 31st. Okay. And I know I have a lot of residents who donate blood, but we also have residents who maybe are unable to donate, but they help volunteer. And so I know Diane here in the studio is collecting names of people interested in any of those things. So if you're interested, then please talk to Diane. So right here in Channel 6 studio. Right here in Channel 6. Interested in helping with the blood drive. Yep, help with the blood drive or give blood or any questions, see Diane. Okay. Okay. And then we have a couple fitness things coming up. So this Thursday is the Fitness Health Expo. I think our program tomorrow is going to focus on that. Excellent. So I'm not going to steal their thunder except to please come. And then on May 19th, the Fitness Club has a celebration where residents who've been to the fitness center, 500 visits, 1,000 visits. Isn't that remarkable? 2,000 and 3,000 visits. They have, you know, a special awards and celebration. And so, I mean, if we think of... Sometimes I've seen the shirts and the jackets and the sweatshirts. These are the real fitness buffs. I mean, 500 visits, even if you went every single day,
Yes.
that's over a year.
Right.
And I don't know we go every single day.
Yes.
So to think of someone getting 2,000 or 3,000 visits, that is really someone who is so dedicated to doing what they can for their own health and wellness, and their commitment and just working with the fitness team, that it's just a nice celebration. And so
When will that be?
So that is May 19th. At 11 a.m. in Town Center Card Room. And I did not write down what day of the week it is, so you'll have to check your
May
calendar.
19th.
Yep, I think it's a Friday is what I want to think. But I would say if you're available and that works for your schedule, to pop over
And cheer.
And cheer on those who are really just taking it one step at
And
a time.
maybe be encouraged to say, yes,
Literally.
I can do that.
Yes, it's
Right.
very inspiring.
That's really wonderful.
Yes, very inspiring. So I just wanted to make sure residents knew about that, because that
Good.
just is really exciting.
I just can't imagine that many hours, but they do it.
I can't either.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I am off campus that day, so now I'm going to miss that one. So I'm going to have to ask Brad for a video clip or
Well,
pictures.
I think last year it was taped, so maybe it will
Okay.
be this year, because I've seen it and I know I wasn't there personally,
Yes.
so maybe it was taped and it will be available.
Oh, good. I hope so. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's a lot of good things happening. And then if you haven't been to the fitness center too, you know, they have that new water rower.
Yes,
And they have a new treadmill.
yes.
So please make sure you check out that equipment if you haven't seen it yet, or if you have any questions.
Yeah, and they've been showing some clips about how to
Yeah.
use those on YouTube. So if you watch our programs, some of the clips in between on YouTube, they show those.
Yep,
So
and I
that's
see
pretty
right
exciting.
now they have Juanita demonstrating
there
with
you go.
one of our residents how
There it is.
easy and smooth and
So good reason to drop in and use
I
them.
know it looks a
Yeah.
little scary or intimidating, but
It looks
clearly
like that man is having a good time.
yes.
Yes.
I don't know if it's Juanita or it's the rowing that's having so much fun, but
little of
either
each.
way,
Yeah.
I think it's just another example where we're trying to look at new equipment as it comes out that is a little more cutting edge than what we've had in the past, and more conducive to seniors. And
I think it's working.
yes, so we applaud the fitness center for doing that new initiative. And
They have almost as much enthusiasm as you do, Kimberly.
oh, I think Brad and Juanita have me beat for sure, but we're really excited. They're doing great things.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so
Always
much.
fun to see you.
You too. Have a great morning.
And same to you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you.